Now on CoastTV News.
Protest rule passed. How Ocean View is handling demonstrations in town after pushback from the ACLU. Cool spring clash.
The roads just can't take all that.
Sussex County Council asks questions to DelDOT and other agencies about thousands of proposed homes. Tram Part 2.
They should bring it back for the elderly and the disabled.
What Ocean City is considering for transportation despite tram service being shut down.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Ocean View Town Council approves new protest rules. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Welcome to our News at 6. Charlie Sakaitis is on assignment. Our top story tonight is new guidelines for protesting in Ocean View. In July, the town first passed a set of rules around protesting. Some of those rules included protests with more than 10 people. You had to pay up to $150 for a permit. The ACLU of Delaware said those rules were against the First Amendment. That caused Town Council to review the new rule, and that was all changed today. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live in Ocean View. Brandon, the new rules passed 5-0 from Council.
Maddie, there was an applause today inside of Town Council from a few people when these rules passed. Some of the changes for this new December version of the rule include lowering the amount of money it takes to purchase a permit. Originally, the July rule had it at $150. That has since been lowered to $25. And the amount of people you need to get a permit. Originally, that was set at any gathering over 10 people. That has since been changed to anything over 50 people. And now face coverings are allowed in protesting here in Ocean View. Those were originally banned.
Yeah, I do. I think the town should know what's happening and when, and make sure everything's in place for people to be safe and speak their mind.
The Town Council made it clear that these new guidelines only apply to town property, like why I'm standing here in front of Town Hall, and not to the state roads that go throughout Ocean View. Live in Ocean View, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
And all that brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what matters most in a protest ordinance. Let's take a look at the updated results. 48% say public safety, 50% say free speech. 2% say police oversight, 0% right now say park access. We've gotten a couple comments on this actually already, and we have one to show you from Maurice in Milton, who says, free speech for American citizens as guaranteed by the Constitution should not be hindered by anyone. I can only hope that the town is open-minded and does not have any agenda or prejudices in granting permission. If you'd like to leave a comment or vote, you can do that right now on coasttv.com or our app, and we will have updates tonight at 11. Let's show you some land where thousands of homes and businesses could go, located on Cool Spring Road and Route 9 in the Harbison area. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Georgetown. Emma, no decisions were made at Sussex County Council today, but council members did get an update about the project.
Maddie, here at Sussex County Council, members had 2 weeks to ask state agencies like DelDOT and the Office of State Planning questions about the Cool Spring Crossing project. This included questions about the traffic impact study and the combined impact of other nearby developments. Now, with those responses, public comment is open for 2 weeks. The mixed-use project is proposed almost 2,000 homes, including some with workforce housing, a YMCA, grocery store, hotel, restaurants, and retail space. DelDOT says North Star, another mixed-use development planned for Route 9, was not included in the traffic impact study for Cool Spring Crossing. Some people we spoke with who live in the area are worried about that added traffic.
The roads just can't take all that, you know. There's just too much traffic around here now. You can't get from place to place. People can't even get out of their driveway.
And it's important to know, at the last public hearing about Cool Spring Crossing back in November, the developer made it clear that even if Cool Spring is denied as it is now as a mixed-use project, he still plans to build around 1,200 single-family homes, a housing development just without the workforce housing or the commercial space, because that's allowed by current zoning right now. Reporting live here in Georgetown, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Emma, thank you. In a tragic accident, a 2-year-old boy was hit and killed by the Ocean City tram in August 2024, and ever since then, the tram has been shut down. In fact, eventually, Ocean City decided to permanently ban trams on the boardwalk, but one corporation is asking the town to reconsider. CoastTV's Kevin Zapay shows us that organization says the tram was essential to downtown Ocean City and is asking if a safer tram service could be a possibility in the future.
The tram service along the Ocean City Boardwalk has been shut down since August 2024.
We miss
It's been
it.
here for decades.
Rick and Jill Baer used to take the tram to traverse the 2-mile stretch of boardwalk, and they believe it's an essential part of Ocean City.
They should bring it back for the elderly and the disabled so they can see the beauty and the length of the boardwalk.
The tram service was originally suspended after a young boy was hit and killed by a tram near Dorchester Street in August of last year. And this October, the town made that suspension permanent. But Joe Wilson, the president of the Ocean City Development Corporation, is still pushing to bring some sort of tram back to the boardwalk. OCDC sent a letter to the town asking for something to take its place.
It was an integral part of getting people from further up the boardwalk downtown, whether that be, families, whether that be handicapped individuals, whether that be older folks who just can't traverse the boardwalk for a long distance.
According to Wilson, OCDC would like to see a safer tram take its place and hopes Ocean City will work with them to find a solution.
And that was Kevin Zapay reporting. According to Ocean City's manager Terry McGeehan, he says the tram, as we knew it, will not be coming back, but the town is exploring possible alternatives, but nothing finalized, so don't expect any changes this summer. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Ocean City. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams has a look at our forecast.
We started off as cold as we thought we would this morning, if not even colder than that. I mean, it was actually the coldest start that we've had. We had 19 for the low with the starting point at Del Mar, Laurel 20, Billsboro 20, as well as Georgetown. And we started at 29 in Bethany Beach and Rehoboth Beach, 28. Now, here's where we stand right now with the cold. Temperature right now, 32 Rehoboth Beach. That's freezing. We're below freezing in Millsboro, Dagsboro, Del Mar, and all those places. Now, the winds have yet to really kick in, so we have yet to feel the wrath of real cold, so to speak, but if we feel like just about where we are temperature wise. Now we're seeing it stay clear for right now, but we are bracing for a chance of scattered showers to move into the area. Now here's a bigger concern. We now have gale force winds a concern for Wednesday, particularly Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, from Lewis, Dewey Beach, Bottoms Hill down towards Ocean City and down towards Chincoteague. This is talking about 35 to 45 mile per hour winds. So gale force winds now at the forefront of our concern, particularly on the Atlantic side of the Delmarva Peninsula. Now coming up, we'll talk about that chance of scattered showers, and believe it or not, we're going to take another nose dive into the icy Arctic air in our neck of the woods soon.
Paul, thank you. In sports, history in the making in the first state and updates from Major League Baseball. The Delmarva Sports Network's Kayla Santiago has more.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
What's going on, sports fans? We've got history at Early College High School, and this athlete is the only girls basketball player in Hornets history to reach this milestone. Marche Brown of ECHS reached 1,000 points against Delaware Military Academy. She's been on varsity since the 8th grade, starting at Milford, and has been a leader ever since she entered the Early College Athletics program. Congratulations to Marche Brown on this historic achievement. ECHS will play their next game this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at Indian River High School. To Indian River High, this athlete made a state finals appearance this year after winning the title a season ago. Tune in to the final score tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network to see who has won the Scholar Athlete of the Month in Dagsboro. To the big leagues, Kyle Schwarber is not going anywhere. He and the Philadelphia Phillies have agreed to a 5-year, $150 million contract. The Phils keep the power bat in the lineup. Philadelphia also extended manager Rob Thompson through the 2027 season. That's all for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
We have a lot more news to get to this evening. Security cameras in Slaughter Beach, where the town exactly wants to put them.
Winds are picking up momentum going into Wednesday as we deal with gale force winds, and on top of that, we're bracing for a shower or two.
But first, one outfit at a time, a Sussex County nonprofit meeting a growing demand, hoping their work will reshape confidence for students who need it most. when we're back in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Clothing Our Kids is a nonprofit organization here in Sussex County. It helps at-risk kids from Head Start all the way through high school by providing them with new clothes. As reporter Ana Sofia Roman shows us, since 2012, volunteers have been filling boxes, thousands at a time.
Volunteers sort through racks of new clothes, fill orders, and deliver them to students in need as they fill requests submitted by school nurses and counselors. The goal is to help students feel confident and ready to learn.
Mary and John Rio started this charity 13 years ago, and Mary started it in a spare bedroom and quickly grew to her garage. And it started when John, her husband, who was a vice principal of a Sussex County school, came home and said he knew of a little girl who was wearing the same clothes all 5 days, and she was getting bullied.
According to Clothing Our Kids, during the 2025-2026 school year, they have provided more than 11,000 items to over 1,400 students in Sussex County, giving them essentials and confidence.
We want the children to stay in school. We want them to feel good about walking in the door.
Karen Borges, Volunteer Center Director, has been part of the organization since the very beginning.
It is the most rewarding job to know that you are taking care of a child with a week's worth of clothes. And to fill that box, we fill it with love.
Bob Bluin, president of the organization, says the work they do is huge.
We wish we didn't have to do this. We wish we lived in a perfect world where children could go to school and feel not threatened because they don't have the right clothes, or they don't have new clothes, or they don't have clean clothes.
Supporting local students one outfit at a time. For the Ties That Bind Us, I'm Ana Sofia Roman.
At this point, we had the crazy kind of cold this morning that more than caught everyone's attention, and now we have winds that are just whipping around in a massive way, and we're going to have to brace for another set of scattered showers. And then after all of that I'm going to tell you about, then we're going to take another dip into the shallow pool of wind chill factors being back into the teens again. So yeah, get ready for the roller coaster ride, okay? In Lewis right now, we're holding and we're click-clacking right now at about 30 degrees. Dew point is 25, and we're going to stay in the low 30s with increasing cloud cover. Today's lows, not record-breaking, but low enough. 20, the starting point in Georgetown, as well as Salisbury. 25, the starting point in Ocean City, and we had a low this morning in Easton of 18, and Cambridge, 21. This is where we stand right now. 36, Indian River Inlet, that's probably the warmest right there with, let's say, Ocean City at 37, but we're down as low as 29 degrees in Bridgeville and in Milford. The winds right now, not really picking up momentum for right now, but for Wednesday morning and afternoon, that's going to be a totally different story for us. So we feel like near freezing or close to it, generally speaking. Here's my concern with the winds. We right now have gale wind warnings along the entire Delmarva Peninsula on the Atlantic side. Now, we're talking about gale force winds, not a small craft advisory or anything like that. We're just talking about 40 to 45 mile per hour gusts likely to occur. Now, on the other side, we have the small craft advisory, which is 25 mile per hour winds. But over here, we're talking about a significant amount of wind that could be very, very dangerous. I don't expect anybody to be out on the water anyway. That's always a good thing. But let me show you, for example, along the coast, we're expecting cloud cover to stay thick for Wednesday. Winds are out of the southwest. I guess that's one caveat that's a good thing. Since the winds are out of the southwest for Wednesday, it's a warm, blustery situation. Thursday, totally different animal. You see Wednesday, you see how the winds are coming out of the southwest? That's a warm breeze. Thursday, ta-da, out of the northwest, picking up momentum at 36, possibly 40 miles per hour, and it's a cutting wind out of the northwest, and it's going to have that icy Arctic feel to it. Then we have a chance of a passing sprinkle right here, that light green, a passing sprinkle by 2 o'clock Wednesday. And then we have a line that's going to push through with the frontal boundary by 6:30. Then this is where we're expecting a better chance of actual rain to come knocking on our door. But it's the cold. That's the big story. Thursday, yeah, into the teens. And then Friday, we are into the teens. And it's just going to stay cold. Here's a look at the extended forecast. We are watching out for a bit of a mix on Sunday. But it's still going to be cold right after that. Because look at Monday. Look at next Monday.
I don't want to.
Look at it
No,
anyway.
I don't know. I don't want to look at it. Thank you, Paul. Slaughter Beach is looking to upgrade its security cameras. City leaders want to improve existing cameras that are on the main road and at the town's entrances and exits. That's because this current system can't read license plates, and the town says doing so will help with safety, especially after a shooting this summer. And, you know, there's no local police department in Slaughter Beach, so people say upgraded cameras are really necessary.
Definitely needed, especially when the town, you don't have people in the residence here year round. We get a lot of people that come in and out, and you never know who may be breaking into homes, and it's definitely for the safety of their folks in the area.
The goal is to have the upgraded system in place before next summer.
The holiday season continues, and so does our Bless Our Children campaign. We're still collecting cards, still collecting donations, all to make sure kids have a gift under the tree come Christmas. This great Santa card here is coming in from the Women of the Moose in Harrington, Chapter 1229. Thank you, ladies, so much for sending it in. We really appreciate it. Businesses can help by accepting the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000. And if you want to help send a donation in a holiday card, we might just read it on the air. Send a check or a money order to the address on your screen or donate online at blessourchildren.org.
We've already raised over $254,000 to help children and families this holiday season. And really, thank you so much to everyone who has donated. The holiday season is here, and so is the return of our holiday house, where we get to see your donations. I mean, not donations, your decorations, but donate too. Come on, bring it on in. Hey, this is Michael's house in Millsboro. Pretty cool there, and I love when people have those garage coverings. I really want one myself, actually. So if you want to show us your decorations, do that right now. Send it in to coasttv.com/holidayhouse, and we might show them right here. We'll be right back. Each Friday, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV. It's full of features, cool things to do each weekend, and more. And I'm not just saying it, like, please actually download this thing and read it, because there's some really cool stuff in there. So, right now.
And there's a lot of fun stuff to do, honestly. And you don't really know what you have access to till you just go looking. You'd be amazed. So in Dover right now, we're at 30 degrees, dew point of 19. And we're going to stay in the low 30s. Now, just kind of let you know how cold we were. We got down to 24 today. 34 is the norm, but 10, that's the record. So we're still 10 degrees away from that. As cold as it may felt, it wasn't record breaking. The winds will be the big concern. We have gale force winds expected off the coast for us from Lewis to Ocean View, Ocean City, all the way down toward Chincoteague. This is talking about 45-mile-per-hour winds. Now, this is pretty serious out here on this ocean, so we're talking about significant choppiness in the water. And we do have a small craft advisory on the other side, but this is only 25-mile-per-hour winds versus the 40 over here on this Atlantic side. With that being the case, our umbrella giveaway winner is James Bridington of Laurel. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. You're our winner. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brugstead, Mandalis, and Federico. Now let's take a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Man, it's cold. And where that cold is, I just want you to take a look at Monday, a high of only 29 degrees.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The NBC Nightly News is up next, and we will see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.